Let me show you the fastest way to get through this SAT mean question. We're going to start with data set A, and we see there's a total of 90 people with a mean age of 45. So we're just going to take our 90 and multiply by our 45, and that's going to give us a total of 4,050. We're going to do the same thing with data set B, 60 people with a mean age of 35. When I multiply 60 times 35, that's going to give me a total number of years of 2,100. Then we're just going to add these two together. That gives us 6,150, and we divide that by our total number of people, and that's going to give us a mean age of 41. All right, so let's talk a little bit about how we can set up this question to keep our work nice and neat and organized. One of the really big things that we have to remember is we can never average two averages. So the test writers are really hoping that you come through and just choose 40, and that would be a trap answer here for us. Luckily, we don't have those multiple choice answers there to distract us, and we know we have to do all of the math. What I need you to remember when it comes to averages is the total of all the things we have comes from multiplying our number of things by our average. So again, here, this is multiplication of the number of things, and the average gives us our grand total. So if I need to average all 150 people, I know that means when I'm setting up my little T-chart here, I'm going to put my 150 down here. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my average. So that means in order to be able to find this average, I have to find my grand total. So how are we going to find that total as we're moving through? Well, again, if we're looking at our data set A, we had 90 people in that group, which had an average of 45. And so again, we were able to multiply those together. We can do that exact same thing with the exact same setup for data set B. And then we're taking those two totals and we're going to combine them for the grand sum of all 150 people together. And what I want you to do with this little T-chart is I want you to picture this hidden division sign in there. We know when we have a fraction, something over something, that line means divide, right? But I want you to take it a step further and really envision that division sign. And the reason why we do that is because that helps us visualize that it's that number of things times our average that's giving us that total. And that's going to help tell us what we're doing down here with these two pieces by way of that hidden division sign. Now, the nice thing about it again is we know, hey, 6,150 on top. I have my line. I have my 150 down below. We do see some nice and quick division coming through. Remember, you have your Desmos app that you can use to do this multiplication and division, but keeping your work nice and neat and organized is vital to making sure you're not making any careless errors. And remember, you can never average two averages.